Hi there, my name is Toby, and I've been trying for a long time to explain diet, because it's very, very important. Of course it is. Body efficiency training is training your body, exercise, but together with that we also need an efficient diet. Diet and exercise. These are the two main pillars of health in your body. Of course, you also got to train your mind, your soul, your spirit, but the body is diet and exercise. Everyone knows it. And I think I've got a way of explaining it. I would say the very best, the ultimate diet we can have, and I'm giving it a name, I'm calling it the quality diet. The quality diet. And we can all do this. See, no matter what we're eating, we can move towards a quality diet. Just improve the quality of the food. Whatever it is you are eating. Try and find the best quality. There are two types of quality. One is nutritional quality. The higher the nutritional content, the better. But two is the pleasure, the enjoyment of eating. It must be delicious. Your favourite food. You must enjoy it. That is higher quality. Quality of enjoyment. And we can all do that straight away. Now, I do need to talk about what types of food have got more quality. What are the most nutrient-rich foods? And they are all animal products. There's just no doubt about it. So, again, vegetarians and vegans will have a hard time with this. And I do sympathise because I was brought up vegetarian for spiritual reasons. And that's one of the reasons I believe I had major surgery. I had 4 surgeries on my belly, my gut. And I do believe that was partly to do with very poor diet in early life. And of course we thought, oh, it's a brilliant diet. It's a spiritual diet. It's very good. But it wasn't. It was terrible, terribly poor diet. You see, here's the problem. The quality diet means quality food and quality enjoyment. But we've got all other types of diet now. There's 2 other types of diet we've got. We have got a convenience diet. So most people are following the convenience diet. And that is, of course, we don't have much money. Most people are quite poor. We work in all day. You've got no time to be cooking, thinking about food. So you just buy the cheap food that you like. I like biscuits. I like crisps. Oh, just give me that, soda. It's convenience. You're still enjoying it. So it's got a certain amount of quality enjoyment, but it's no nutrition. And in fact, it's the opposite. It's poison. And the convenience diet is, of course, a method of controlling us. We've got to understand that. And the second type of diet is the political diet. So, for example, if you're on the vegetarian or the vegan diet, you are actually on a political diet. Again, you won't realise this. See, I was vegetarian and I thought it was a spiritual diet. You've also got religious diet, but religious diet is also political diet. Religion and politics are the same thing. Politics evolved from religion, but religion evolved from hierarchy, supremacy, tribalism. These are all methods of control. And really, the convenience diet is also a political diet. See, you've got to look back at it. Even the grain-based diet, bread, cereal, mass-produced grain. That's relatively modern. That was created for large population. And actually it was political. The grain-based diet is still political. Convenience. If you look at the modern food pyramid, the one that the so-called authorities tell us is all grain-based. And grains are, again, high levels of poison. Not so good for us. And if you look at it, even in the old days, it was the poor people that have the grain. The rich people in the palaces, in the temples, they always have the meat. And if you still can't see it now, all the rich people that are creating this so-called vegan food, none of them are vegan. Do you think this billionaire, let's call him Billy G, created all the powdered Beyond Meat, all this stuff? He's sitting in his mansion having Wagyu beef, caviar, foie gras. They never eat the vegan food. They all do it. They might pretend, oh, I'm vegan. Yeah, you're not. They know that food is for you. It's not for them. And I'm going to leave links below to a great video which explains the science. You see, you've got to understand the nutrition we need. The body requires a certain nutrition. And we knew this in the old days. It is, the body needs animal products. It is actually carnivorous. It's very hard. You see, the reason that you have a vegetarian and a vegan is only ethical, spiritual, political. There is never a nutritional reason to be vegan or vegetarian. And in fact, everyone really knows this. Deep down, if you're vegetarian or vegan, the real reason is you don't want to hurt the animals. That's the only real reason. So it's not a nutritional reason. You've got to understand that. Now, if you look at the video link below, you see, I'm not going to go into the scientific reasons of this. I'm just going to talk about it in an energetic level. Living energy is biological material. We need biological material. So we are a particular animal biological material, so we need animal biological material. Your brain cells are cholesterol. Brain cells are 90% fat. Cholesterol. Animal cholesterol. That's what they are. So they need animal-based cholesterol. It's so simple. And the only reason we need to understand, in order to eat meat or animal products, we've got to understand the cycle of life. Life and death. You see, the animal can be raised and it can be, let's use the word, executed in a very nice way. It's very hard to believe that. You see, religious meat is a sacrifice. That's different. That is again a spiritual reason, but it's not a good reason. Sacrifice means you slit the neck and let the blood drain out. There's an awareness of injury. The animal knows, oh, it's been hurt. And slowly the blood is draining away. In terror, in fear, in pain. That creates a certain amount of energy. That is a sacrifice. If you look at all these black magic, dark magic rituals, they sacrifice something. They must create pain. They must create adrenaline. adrenaline in the victim, then you get the adrenaline in the blood. Now, if you drink that, you've got energy. That is the religious meat. It's a sacrifice. So we don't want that either. That's still political. I disagree with that totally. But we have, in more evolved, supposedly more advanced society, we have a method of executing the animals instantaneously. No awareness of injury, no awareness of pain. It's an instantaneous passing over. Now again, I don't agree with the mass-produced meat. It's very difficult to find others, but you do have small organic farms. Farmers that are actually spiritual. It's a shamanic spiritual. So they will know how to look after the animals, love the animals, and even when they cross over, it's done with love. If you listen to Dr Natasha Campbell McBride, she's one of the best people to talk about diet. She has a farm, and on that farm she rehabilitates vegans. She comes and they teach them how to look after the animal, how to love the animal, and even when they execute the animal, it's all done with love. They hold it, they all come together, they pray, then the animal is executed instantaneously. No pain, no suffering. They're just experiencing love. Again, it's still difficult to understand for a vegetarian or a vegan. But if you're already a carnivore, this is an upgrade. This is the best quality meat you can possibly get. Meat without suffering. Suffering meat has got a particular energy, particular hormones produced in the blood at the last minute. So again, we don't really want that. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult to have a perfect diet. And the old people, the ancient people, again, it's been studied. Science can study this, and they have done. Is a method of analysing minerals or the substances in the bones. And they can do this for ancient people and work out what they were eating. And in general, it's been proven that the ancient wild people will be having 80% meat and 20% plants. Mostly tubers, roots, but they would also have leaves, fruits, berries, natural things that are growing in nature, but they would have a lot of variation. See, plants, fruits, berries, slightly different type of energy. They've got a medicinal quality. They've also got a poisonous quality, both medicinal and poisonous. Animals are more closely to food. It's more direct. You see, meat is digested directly with acid in the stomach. It's actually very easy to digest. And raw meat is the easiest to digest. You can literally tear off chunks and swallow them, and your stomach will digest it. It's plants, fibre, that we don't digest. They require bacteria in the gut to digest. And we don't have all those bacteria. So actually it passes through. So certain animals can eat plants, like a cow will eat grass. But here's the thing, all animals, all natural living things eat meat. When a cow eats grass, for every ton of grass it eats, it will probably eat 5 kilograms of insects. An elephant, for every ton or 5 tons of leaves an elephant eats, it will probably eat, 10, 20 kilos of insects. Maybe small lizards, tiny mammals. You see it. If you look on YouTube, you'll find it. A horse. You'll see a horse eating a little baby bird, a chick. They will eat little birds, little mice. If they see it, they'll just eat it. You will see cows eating a carcass. They won't kill an animal, but if they find a dead one, they'll eat it. Gorillas. Everyone says gorilla is the most powerful. He's vegetarian. No. Mostly vegetarian, but if they find a termite nest, they'll go crazy, eat the termites all day long. This is to do with the cycle of biological material. Biological material it cannot be directly created. This is very deep. I've talked about it before. It's part of the steady state universe theory. Life is never created. Biological material is so complex, it has never been created. Biological material is always there, just circulating. So DNA, for example, DNA was never created. There was never the first strand of DNA. No. Already one strand of DNA is too complicated. It's too complex to emerge from random atoms just by chance. Mathematicians have done the study. It's impossible. DNA was always here, never been created. Just like the universe was always here. There's a cycle of time. Time just moves in a cycle. Well, a spiral, ever-changing cycle. This is the ancient philosophy. You'll see this in Buddhism, Hinduism, shamanism. They talk about time as a cycle. It never begins, it never ends. And biological material, the cycle of life and death, is in that. So we need to eat biological material to regrow our body. We have to absorb it. And if you're only eating plants, it's very difficult to convert the biological material of a plant. It's slightly different. And interestingly, plants will eat meat. All plants eat meat. That's the cycle of life and death. But some plants, like fruit and berries, they have been designed for animals to eat. See, we like fruit, it's delicious. The plant has created a fruit for us to eat. And it made it delicious. Oh, that's so delicious, we go and eat it. And we help the plant because we distribute the seeds and more plants grow. So nobody can deny that fruit and berries were there to be eaten. It's designed for us to eat. It's a symbiosis between the plants and the animals. But the human body is essentially a carnivore. It's like the higher level animals tend to be the carnivorous animals. It's the same. Look at the chimpanzees, carnivorous. Very clever. Okay, the orangutans, there's the bonobo monkeys, the gorillas. Yeah, they eat a lot of plants, but they do eat insects, bugs, and they will eat meat occasionally. They may not kill it. If they find it, they'll eat it. They're just driven to eat it. And some of those monkeys, you've got to understand, they eat their own waste. Their own feces, because the bacteria. They need the bacteria to help digest the plants, and that sometimes is the only way to get it. So we could do that. If you want to be vegan, you could do that, but it still wouldn't work because we don't have the bacteria in the first place. So the old-fashioned natural people would have 80% meat, 20% plants. That's the best guideline for the natural body diet. Highest quality. But we're also advanced. We like cooking. You see, we're evolved spirits, souls, and we can create. So we can create elaborate dishes, foods. by cooking. We've got spices, herbs. All of those have got different medicinal qualities. They've also got poisonous qualities. Not so much nutrients for the body, but flavours. Flavours for the soul, the enjoyment of the food. So we can have a delicate balance of cooking. Meat products, animal products, plant products, herbs and spices, and make a delicious meal, our favourite meal. And if you go out to eat, try to go to an organic restaurant. Not many, but a farm restaurant, a natural place where at least you know they've got good food. It's a compromise, but you try to get the best quality you can. You go to the supermarket, try and buy organic, the best quality you can. Processed food tends to be the most poisonous. We know that. And really, there's only about 10, 20, 50 food products available to us anyway. And if you think about it, think about your top 10 foods, most delicious and the most nutritious. Most of these are going to be animal products. They have to be. Now, if you're vegetarian or vegan, if you're vegetarian, you're still better off because you can have milk, cheese, butter, eggs. You can also have oysters. Oysters are really a fruit. They call it the fruit of the sea because it's an animal, a creature, but it has no nervous system. It does not feel pain. It has no consciousness like that. It's really a living biological material formed in the sea. So oysters you can have, and they're one of the most unspoilt foods. They have to grow in clean ocean. Oysters, very good. And if you're vegan, you can try, the best thing to try is raw goat's milk. Go to a farm, organic farm with goats, find one, go there, see how happy the animals are, and try the raw goat's milk. You will see the energy that you get. And you can just have that. That will still give you something. Now, my experience on the vegan diet, when I had my operations, I still had to heal myself, and I still didn't quite believe it. So at first I tried to go vegan again. I thought, I've got to fix my diet. It must be vegan. I went pure, high quality, raw vegan. All the best foods I could get, doing my own sprouts, everything I was creating. And I just got weaker and weaker. And I suffered nerve damage. In the operation, I had an epidural, stabbing me in the spine with the anaesthetic. And they couldn't get it right, so I had several injections in my spine, and eventually they paralysed my legs. It came back. But I had damage, nerve damage down my leg. So it was always there, numbness, weird feeling in my leg. Probably the sciatic nerve was damaged. And it just got worse and worse and worse as I did this vegan diet. I got weaker and weaker. And here's the thing you've got to understand. Please, vegans, understand this. Not only will you get physically weaker, you will get emotionally weaker, spiritually weaker. The first thing that goes is the brain. You see, the body needs to eat meat. It needs this animal products. If you don't eat the meat, the body will still eat meat. Where does it get it from? It will get it from itself. The body will literally eat itself. It will leach nutrients out of the internal organs. It will leach nutrients out of the bones. And then one of the first things it will do is leach nutrients out of the brain. High level cholesterol is in the brain. It needs that. It will take it out of the brain. And you get very vulnerable, emotional. Everyone knows it. That's the joke. Oh, the vegans, they're always crying, can't handle anything. I saw this in myself. I was getting emotionally weaker. I thought, this isn't right. I was still meditating, thinking I'm getting a stronger soul, but my body was getting weaker, so my energy was getting weaker, so it's very difficult for my soul to get stronger. And the nerve damage in my leg never got better, it got worse. It got worse because I discovered that one of the first signs of vitamin B12 deficiency is nerve damage. So if you're a vegan, a vegetarian, you will have vitamin B12 deficiency. And only one is animal-based. You cannot have any plant supplement for vitamin B12. I don't care what they say. There are about 50 nutrients that must come from animals. You cannot get them from plants. It's not the same. Slightly different. I don't care what you've been told. It's the basic fundamental biological material. It's also to do with the mitochondria. We animals have got particular mitochondria. Plants have got a slightly different mitochondria. There is a slight difference. Got to understand, and the mitochondria and the cells are part of this cycle of life. Really, we are feeding the mitochondria what they need to eat. We've got animal mitochondria, they need animal biological material. So your brain will go, your vitamin B12 will go, and you look at it, vegans, they know it, they have to take vitamin B12 injections. Some of them do this. So any diet that requires an injection cannot be a natural diet. It's just no way. You've got to let go of this. It's a political diet because it's been sold to you. It's been sold to you because of so-called ethical, spiritual, which is really religious, which is really political reasons. And it's a supremacy. I don't hurt the animals. I won't do that. I'm a peace-loving being. No, you're not. You're not. Every vegan diet requires mass farming. All mass farming is destroying a lot of animals, the habitat of animals, wiping out vast forests to grow all the grains that you need for your vegan diet. The natural way, small holdings, natural farms, no, the ancient ways, they live in nature. They don't change the nature. You can have a forest, a field. In a forest, you can collect fruits. You can have animals in the forest. Everything is natural, left alone. And from there, you just harvest. You select animals to hunt or choose them carefully, maintaining the balance of nature. And you do it with love, not pain and suffering, not sacrificing the animals. It's a difference. That's the way forward. That's why they don't want that to happen. They're buying up all the farmland so they can control the whole lot. We don't want this mass-produced animals either. We don't want factory farming, feed lot meat. No, we don't want that. Suffering of the animals in life and death. No. Animal must be happy. Then you eat it. That's the best quality diet. But as a simple guideline, the quality diet, we can all do it. 80% meat, 20% plants. But out of the plants, it's herbs, leaves, salads, fruits, berries. I would say berries are the most potent, then fruits, then herbs, then vegetables. Vegetables, not so much potency in there. And it's medicinal. And you've got to be careful because there's also elements of poison in there. All plants' leaves have an element of poison. And grains are the worst. Grains are very poisonous because it's a seed. And the seed has actually got natural insecticide, pesticide in it because it's got to be protected until it goes into the ground and gets sprouted. When it sprouts, then the pesticide, the natural pesticide, is released and gone. But if you take the seed and just eat it, you're eating the natural pesticides, natural toxins. So grain is the worst. But like I said, we all got to find our own diet. There's an element of convenience, yeah, we have to accept it, but look towards the most quality. For example, I do like a pastry. I have one. But I know if I have 2 pastries, oh, that's going too far, I will suffer for it. I will need to detox. And if I have a pastry, I will try to find the highest quality pastry. For example, a croissant. I've got to get the one made with real butter. You know, French butter croissant, I know that's high quality butter. The flour, and it's not the good, but it's high quality flour at least, and you can get organic croissant. So higher quality flour with high quality butter, I know when I eat that croissant, at least I'm having some butter. And butter is the good stuff. So to summarize this, I would say, think about your top 10 favorite foods. The most nutritious foods are the animal-based foods. So we have got meat, fish, and then we've got eggs. Again, if you can find organic, natural eggs, duck eggs are the best. Duck eggs are very good. Then you've got milk. If you've got milk, you're going to get raw milk. Then you've got cheese, raw butter. Raw means bacteria. See, we need the living energy. Bacteria in the meat, the mitochondria in the meat, that's actually what we're eating. Raw meat is still the best. You've got beef carpaccio, steak tartare, all these sort of things. Then you've got also, when you have cheese, you've got the bacteria. So we want that. Even in the vegetables, if you ferment the vegetables, you've got sauerkraut, kimchi, you're getting some bacteria that helps you digest it. Then you've got kefir. Kefir is very, very potent. You've got water kefir that is digesting sugars. So if I have a lot of sugars, say I have a pastry, I always drink kefir. I make my own kefir, drink it all day long. So that helps me break down the plant products, the sugars, the grains, if I have any. And you get energy from it. You've got kombucha now. Again, breaking down things. But kombucha is tea. Tea is medicinal. There's some medicine in it. Not so much nutrients to build your body, but some medicinal effect for your energy, balancing your energy. So you've got to play a game. And you have as much as you like, not too much. Be careful. And then you've got mushrooms, fungi. That's different again. A different type of a plant product, but it's not plants, it's different. That again has got very powerful medicinal qualities for your soul. And of course, fungi take you into the psychedelics. That is clearly a shamanic medicine. But all mushrooms are the same. They're working on soul energy, medicinal. So you've got mushrooms. And they're delicious. Delicious mushrooms. It's fine. And then, of course, you've got herbs and spices, again, to make the food tasty. Taste is an experience. That is the energy in the food. So you become a good cook. Cook a nice meal for yourself. Highest quality ingredients you can get. And like I said, there's probably only 10 or 20 in the world anyway. Out of that, you can make infinite different meals. And if you can have raw meat, raw eggs, it's good. But if you want to cook it, sometimes a nice barbecue, because you burn the meat, you're rendering out the fat. And that again has a different effect. And that's a good effect as well. Burnt means you're getting the charcoal. Now people are buying activated charcoal tablets. Well, you've got a barbecue, you're eating a certain amount of activated charcoal. It's good for you, medicinal. And you enjoy it. And again, even if you're eating, a cheap chocolate bar, but you enjoy it, there's still some benefit because you're getting an enjoyment. You've got to understand you're taking a poison, so it's a compromise. I'm enjoying the taste of the chocolate, but it's very bad quality chocolate. I've got to understand, I've got to make a compromise. I will have to detox from that poison, but at that moment, I enjoyed it. You have a nice glass of wine. Try to get organic, high quality wine. Or beer, craft beer, still got bacteria in it. That's still good. Even in the alcohol, it's bacteria in there, drink the alcohol, it's all right, and just not too much. And if you drink the cheap stuff, that is poison. They put the chemicals, mixed other things with it. Yeah. Quality diet. High quality natural diet. That we can all do. And you can do it according to what you like. Think about what you like, what you're already eating, and try and take steps to improve the quality of it. But I would say if you're vegan, please try to move up to being vegetarian. Try with milk. Raw milk first. Then try with cheese, butter, and then try eggs, and then try oysters. If you're vegetarian, try to go one step up. Try some fish. Try oysters. Get wild fish. Don't feel bad about it. There are plenty of fish in the ocean. Fish are infinitely growing in the ocean. It's an infinite food supply. Don't think about what they're saying, oh, we're ruining the oceans. The oceans will always come back. When we leave them alone, in a few generations, the ocean will come back. It will. It's infinite. This planet is mostly water. So fish you can eat without any guilt. Try fish. And then try something else. Try chicken. Organic. Go to the farm where you see it growing. Where you know the farmer will execute the chicken without pain, without suffering. No conscious awareness of injury. No conscious awareness of death. They don't know. The animal, the soul of the animal has simply passed over and it's returned back to spirit in love, with love. It's gone back to the cycle of that animal. And that animal is not quite an individual soul. It's more like a group soul. See, we as humans, we're self-aware. Our soul is on another level. That's why we don't eat humans. Animal soul is in a group soul. So the shaman, we have a connection with the group soul and we maintain that cycle of life and death in the group soul. So cows are our friends. We love the cows. We eat the cows, but we love the cows. We keep the cows alive. Cows are the most successful animal because we're looking after them. They're our friends. You would think they hate us because we eat them. We execute them and eat them. No, they love us because the cow spirit is now maintained, cycle of life, forevermore by this cycle. It doesn't mind about being alive or dead. The spirit of the cow is maintained by us eating the cow. Very deep. So if you're vegetarian, gradually work up to it. I do understand how difficult it is. But realize this, the belief you have got is a program. You've been told this for ethical, what you think is ethical, but it's really religious. And religious, well, you think is spiritual, but spiritual really means religious. Religious really means political. Political really means control. Control really means deception. You have been deceived. Like the grains, mass-produced grains. Bread, we're told, bread is the real food. Not for us, remember, the upper crust. All the best food will be given to the temple. All the meat, the fresh fruit, the honey, that goes to the temple. That goes to the king. That goes to the priest. You guys have the grain, the bread. No. They know. And the elite now, they still know. You have to just look on television. The king, he will have a big party. He himself, he wouldn't dare touch anything less than his own naturally farm-raised Wagyu beef. He wouldn't eat anything else. Give him a McDonald's, he wouldn't touch it. He knows, they know. So this is how we take back power in our body. Improve the diet, but it's not difficult. Think of it as improving the quality and improving the enjoyment, the deliciousness of the food you're having. So I hope this made sense, and I hope this summarized everything you need to know about diet. Please do leave me any questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.